hi again, everybody. Coach's Corner continues, and so does play in District 11 6A. The Robert E. Lee Red Raiders are back on the road. They go back to Homer Johnson Stadium in Garland this coming Friday night to play Lakeview Centennial. Of course, 2 weeks ago, the Red Raiders played Rowlett, and Robert E. Lee is 1-1 in district play, having defeated Saxe but lost to Rowlett. So now as we go into district game number 3 with Coach Darrell Piske with us, the urgency of these last 5 games, you can't overstate that, can you?
No, everyone's important. You know, everybody, it's a race to the right number to get in, and you don't want to wait till the end to try to get your wins that you need to get in. And, you know, at this point, looking at the district race, there's no way you can plan out, hey, we need to win this one, this one, this one. So really, we just got to win all of them we can. Yeah, and let's get to what we're going to get into. We've got the highlights from the first 5 games of the season. So Coach Piske and I will talk about this week's game, talk about where the Red Raiders have been, where they're going now, while we narrate the highlights. So let's get right into it and roll as much of it as possible from the first games of the year. And Coach, let's take it away. Yes, it's Keller Fossil Ridge here. We're on defense. We're going to just show the tight angle so you know I can actually
see what's going on.
Yeah, tell what's going on.
Fossil Ridge, pretty good football team. They won that first ball game. You did a lot of good things, but again, you fall behind. You got
team mistakes and all that. That's a good breakup by Derman there. We're on offense here. I believe it's a run by Zach. You know, and you look, you got guys downfield, Ijuan blocking. One thing kids have done good at is blocking downfield, O-line, staying with their blocks.
And you're back on defense here. This is the same game. This is Fossil Ridge, right?
Yep, back on defense. Calhoun does a good job setting the edge and then inside out. I believe that was Coach Casey.
Who has jumped into the starting lineup as a senior, done well for you,
hasn't he? Done a good job. You know, brought into the weight room. That's a group of them, I think. Coates off the edge there and Miller cleaning up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, and again, the strides you've made, here's the offense. And Zach Hall from day one, Zach, your quarterback here, has done a really nice job for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, you know, the good thing is there's Ijuan catching the ball there. He's got a lot of weapons to throw to, and, you know, nobody can just zero in on one guy. I think 6 to 8 guys have caught a ball every football game. Back on offense here.
Talk about Zach's maturity. I mean, where he's come from
this
time a year ago.
He's done a good job. That's Devontae Craver there. And you look downfield, you got 2 receivers, Parker and Barker, locked up on those guys. Right. But Zach's, you know, done a good job just making good decisions.
What do you call this formation?
It's well, we call it bone.
Okay.
But I think that's Zach in for a touchdown there on a read play.
And you saw the Craver kid with a nice run. He's a newcomer to the team this year.
Yeah. He's been a good surprise, you know, just a good kid. A little rusty, hadn't played in a while, so he's starting to catch up now, being 5 weeks into it.
But he sure runs hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, this defense here, Derman misses that initial tackle, and I think Samples, those guys kind of clean it up for him.
Now Samples, the kid playing nose tackle, was originally supposed to be a defensive end. You moved him inside, right?
Yeah, moved Viella back over to offense, had to have him at guard, so John moved back inside. You know, we got Colt and Gaines and Ross, and those guys can play that outside. So it's been a good move for us. And D-line's done a good job. That's Colt Casey there, putting pressure on the quarterback, getting a good lick on him.
And again, this is still the Fossil Ridge game, the first game of the year. They got 3 rounds deep, I think, last year.
Yeah, they were, I think, 11-3, something like that. And I think they're undefeated right now, 5-0 start the season. So they're a pretty good football team. That's Udo making a good catch there, a good interception. Patrick
Udofia, a senior safety, nice play. On a 4th down, I think, too, was it not?
Yeah, I think so. There's another one on here, too, good 4th down stop. That game, the defense made some pretty key 4th down stops. It's a running play to Tyreek here. Got the back blocking off the edge. You see guys locked up downfield. And these are the highlights we were missing that week. You and I were watching it. Couldn't find the offensive highlights.
Mm-hmm.
We found them.
Tyreek Grayson. Is this the same game? Is this still, which game?
I think we may be on Saxe now.
This is the Saxe game now, right?
Yeah.
Which?
That's Zach making a good run downfield and a little speed option. They'd stretched it out earlier in the game. He finally figured it out. It's a good defensive play. D-line doing a good job. Back on defense. This is Saxe because there's that number 5 that's so fast. That's a good job of Derman running through. But you looked out there and called Calhoun setting the edge for him.
Now the Saxe game you won, that was the district opener.
Yep.
In a wild game. You set a school record that night?
Yeah.
For points.
Yep. And Alka-Seltzer.
What, after the game or what?
Yeah, needed it during the game. They give you
I mean, it's not good form to drink it during the game, is it?
I think it was for the old guys. That's a good break up there by Tatum playing the kids' hands on fade route. We're still in Saxe.
That was a wild ball game. You ran for 440 yards in that game. Rushed for 440. Here's a big sack on the play.
Yeah, that's Coach Casey again. You know, Colt he's gotten better coming to balance, before he'd just go out of control up in there and let him put a move on him. This is a pass here, I think. No, Zach scrambles and keeps it here. Just the way we drew it up. Pass to the left, run to the right, and score.
Zach scored 5 touchdowns on the ground that night and threw for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think he scored 6 on the ground and threw
6,
for
that's
1.
right, 6 from. I lose count. He
Yeah.
was the player of the week in East Texas
Yeah.
for that.
He did pretty good.
This is the Saxe game still, right?
Yeah, I believe this is an interception by Teddy Matlock. Yeah, did a good job reading the quarterback's eyes. Quarterback kind of locked in there, and Teddy sunk underneath it, did a good job.
Took a lot. Took everybody that night had to contribute something in that game.
Yeah, all of it. Offense, defense, special teams. We got a couple onside kicks that night and did a good job.
And I'm guessing this will be something good, probably by
Yeah, it's just a
Zach.
quick ball out there to Parker.
This is
The guys are doing a good job blocking.
Mason has such good instincts for the ball too. When he gets it, he knows what to do, doesn't he?
He has good vision, sees the field well, catches ball well.
Back on defense. We could probably do an hour just on the Saxe game.
Yeah, it was a pretty long game. A lot of highlights, both sides, really.
Wow, what a game. Again, the 62 points you put up that night were a school record. Not bad considering the school opened in 1958. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'd like to get a school record for consecutive shutouts.
That would make life a little easier, wouldn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, those high-scoring games can be stressful, can't they?
Yeah, they can, because it's just never over till it's over, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's fun for the people in the stands. It's Derman coming through there and making a big play.
Still on Saxe.
Yep, quarterback scrambles here. Guys do a good job. Udo goes underneath the block. You look at Samples, the nose guard going straight, flattening out straight down the line. Good job of him on his pursuit. Back on offense here. Screen play to Tavon here. It's a big 3rd down, and Tavon could have came out here with these linemen that didn't have anybody block and made it a lot easier, but he was so set on getting that 1st down. He did a good job as 3rd and long there.
Broke a tackle there. Uh-oh, here's Zach.
Yeah, 2nd time on the speed option. He's done a good job. I think Devers wishes he'd have cut back inside there so he could have clocked that guy, but this is Parker scoring a touchdown here. But you look at the block off the edge by Tavon Wesley. It speaks a lot of you guys that run the football, willing to stick their head in there and block well. That's a touchdown by Mason.
Again, Mason could have run out of bounds, but he cut it inside.
Yeah.
He just has really good instincts.
Yeah.
He does. Very impressive. And then Wesley's block, I mean, he's a devastating blocker.
Yeah, him and Devontae both do a good job blocking off the edge there. This is Zach reading it here, redirecting, throwing it to Carr here. So just kind of making things happen. Carr's actually showing pretty good speed. I was giving him a hard time against those Rowlett guys. One that got called back, he ran away from him.
Senior Trevor Carr. He's become a real leader for you.
Yeah,
too,
he
hasn't
has done a good job. This is Banks leading off the edge, blocking, and Zach, I think a sniper got him about right there.
He tripped on the 5.
Yeah, that's right. Grass got him.
Oh, shoot.
O-line's doing a good job up front, making those holes. Another screen to Tavon here.
He scored on this play.
No, I thought he was going to shoulder cut that guy, but he didn't.
But somebody's going to punch it in here in a minute.
Yeah, we get one right here. I believe Zach, cuts back right there. And, O-line does a good job of zoning up, and you're going to have some backside seams when you do that.
Again, that was just one of those nights. Looks like nearly 700 yards of total offense for you.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I think it's 701 or 2 or something. Zach, again, making things happen. Devers just blocking downfield. I believe this is Tavon's touchdown. No. Guys realizing.
Yeah, there you go.
Zach's got the ball. That was Zach.
I'm not sure if that was number 6 or not, but he had 6 rushing touchdowns. Also a school record.
I think we're still on Saxy. We may be on Saxy all night, but
yeah. Well, it was. You could.
This is the one we call speed option to the left, and then turn around and run it back to the right for a touchdown. That's a good thing about the guys. They know just block, because no telling where it's going to end up hitting.
Now here's one of the onside kicks in
Yeah,
that game.
I believe this is it's Hawk kicking, but I believe it's Snow getting the recovery. Chad Snow, senior. Doing a good job. That was big. I think we got 2 of those.
Did the ball take the second bounce?
Yeah, I think it hit the ground twice.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for on an onside kick, right? Because that second bounce is the one that really.
Yeah, Matthew's done a pretty good job. This is Zach here. I think that's Iserwan making a great catch. That was a big third down play. I think it was 48, 42 at that time, something like that. Back on defense, still Saxy. Again, think that's the only game we played.
Well, if you know what, if you're going to pick one game out, that was a pretty good one, wasn't it?
Big fourth down right here. Got a good stop. Guys swarming, about 6 jerseys over on that quick hitch.
That was a good one. Then there's that game against those John Tyler Lions. That was pretty entertaining, too.
Yeah, I thought there might be some of that on here.
I think there will be. We've got a lot of highlights.
Yeah.
There's Mason Parker in motion. Again, watch.
Good block off the edge to free him up. Makes a good run downfield. Mason's not that, him and Tyreek's not that big, but they run the ball well.
I think this is Kraber's touchdown here, I believe. Big hole. Am I right?
Yeah, he throws it back to Kraber here, and Kraber fights and looks down about 6 times and ends up scoring a touchdown. So that's good for him, just battling, trying to get in the end zone.
Wow, Devontae Kraber.
Defensive highlight here, getting on the quarterback here. Harrelson and somebody. Looks like Campbell Miller, maybe Gray Calhoun. Guys are doing a good job of gang tackling.
62-49. So we're not we're just playing out. You're basically trying to put an end to this ball game, according to what we just saw on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
this game
that's right.
is nearly over, and the defense just trying to mop it up now. That was a very entertaining ball game. Good pass rush.
Good pressure, got a pick there. Jonathan Wheeler actually moved over from offense to defense. It's done a good job for us, starting over at safety now.
Now this is the JT game, right?
No. I have to go through my mind who had those. We're back to some Keller Fossil Ridge. So we started with Saxy, because that's Keller with those black on.
Yeah, of course it is. What am I thinking of?
JT typically has some blue on there somewhere, Bill.
Yeah. But they were in their road uniforms in that game.
Yeah,
they were the
right.
visiting team.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Well, when you got eyes like you and I got.
I know. Yeah, I'm wearing readers right now. So this is actually the first, the Fossil Ridge game. That's early in the Fossil Ridge game.
Yeah, that's defense just gang tackling.
What do you make of the defense so far?
Well, at times they're pretty good. We put them in a bind offensively some, like the other night against Rowlett. If we don't give them that ball on the 5-yard line, they 7-point difference in the football game, could have won the game. They've gotten turnovers, created turnovers for us. So we still got to continue to get better at tackling in space. We've given up some long plays that should have been just routine short plays, but guys can't make a tackle one-on-one, and we got to get better at that because everybody we play is going to have somebody that'll put you in bind one-on-one. That was Derman breaking up a pass, getting underneath there.
Now your defensive coordinator is Coach Curbo.
Yeah.
His second year.
Yeah, yeah. He secondary's made grand improvements. You know, playing the football, doing things like that. Still on Fossil Ridge, same series, I believe. Quick hitch out there. Guys doing a good job making a tackle.
Not sure if the kid scored.
No, he didn't. I hope he didn't score. They put it on that highlight film. I'm hoping he was down on the one.
All right.
Offense here against Fossil Ridge. This is Zach throwing to, I believe, Banks. Yeah.
Another senior, Jawan Banks.
Yeah, him and Carl were at that inside A. Couple of seniors doing a good job. You know, guys just staying with their blocks. And Devers made a great catch here. They called pass interference, but he made a great catch.
I don't know how he made that.
No,
catch.
we can watch it on film over and over, and it's hard to get a feel for that, how he came up with that. But he's made some good catches this year. Pretty good little receiver.
Yeah, he's very good.
That's Campbell Miller filling there, and then I think
Matlock with a tackle.
falling back inside.
Now, you play a 3-4. Describe what you're doing here defensively.
Well, we got 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 inside, 2 outside. Kind of mess with them outside backers. I believe this is Udo making, no, it's Cameron Price making a pick there.
Had good coverage.
Yeah, Cameron's he's done a good job this year. Grown up a lot and made himself into a pretty good player at corner. This is Zach to Devers. Doing a decent job of stretching people vertically, you know, with our passing game. That's been helping a bunch. See, that's early in the year. You see Colt Casey go flying by him and miss. Now he gets up and hustles and get back in on it, but he's improved on that. In some of those later games, you seen him talked about a while ago coming to balance and making a play right there instead of just rip roaring past the guy.
I've seen a lot of good defense here. Big pressure, hit the kid as he delivers a ball upfield. Almost had a pick.
Yeah, I think that was Price again. Good job, Campbell Miller there making a play.
Still in the Fossil Ridge game, running play. Look at the stats from that Fossil Ridge ball game.
Yeah, it's been so long ago.
They won, but
Yeah, we gave them quite a few. There's Derman running through there and making a play off the edge.
you forced 3 turnovers in that ball game, so the defense did some.
Yeah, I
did
think
some
we
good
had a
stuff.
few ourselves and had some special teams yucks on there.
It was the first game, too. Good tackle in the open field back.
Calhoun. Udo there to help him. Back on offense. Deuce set. That's Banks with a good block out of Tavon.
As I recall, Jawan Banks he's played linebacker, receiver,
Yeah, he's played a little bit of all of it.
running back, right?
He's pretty much locked in. Yeah, you know, we use both those A's and Z's and stuff in the backfield some. This year he hadn't been on the defensive side. He was a little bit last year. Pretty good athlete.
And he's a senior, too.
Yeah. Quarterback pulls it. Got a good strip coming from Calhoun right here.
Right here.
Does a good job. Of course, Udo falls on it. I think they've had 2 or 3 of those this year where he strips it and Udo gets it. Back on offense here.
Zach took a hit.
Standing in under pressure, taking a hit. Ajwan catching the post route.
Yeah.
Good job of filling up. Looked like they had a good open window there, and linebacker closed it pretty good. I believe that was Miller.
All right, they're threatening here.
Yeah, I think we'll get a strip down here somewhere, get a stop there, and I think Calhoun strips him here in just a second.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that goal line stand coming here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or is that the same play as second time?
No, different one right here. Quarterback ran that one, so I'm guessing the strip comes here on 3rd down.
Talk about coaching that, you know, not only
Well,
make
you
the
work
tackle,
on it. You know, you have circuits and work on it. And yeah, I believe right here is where Calhoun strips him. You know, they've been focusing on that. They talked about it in the spring, worked on it in the spring, did it against us, and you know, it pays off during the season when you get some of those
you know, reach in and grab
coming
that
back your way. It's a good job making the pile go backwards. We could hit that button there on the left, those arrows on the left, we'd skip through some of this, but I don't have that controller. It's a good job there. You know, good thing is you just see a bunch of red jerseys around the pile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always good. This is the Fossil Ridge season opener. Again, how far has the defense come since that first game?
Boy, a long ways. I mean, just little examples like we talked about a while ago, Colt Casey, you know, running right by the guy instead of coming to balance and making plays. And then you look later in the Rowlett game and Saxey game where he actually comes to balance and makes a play. Zach does a good job of staying with it, and then Trevor makes something happen with it after he catches it.
Thought he was going to score here.
Yeah.
Play John Tyler this week at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, as a matter of fact.
Ought to be a good football game.
Beat White House last week.
Yeah.
Pretty good team.
Yeah. The White House got after him pretty good.
Is that Zach?
Yeah, that's Zach on a little option play. Back on defense. Oh, actually must be a good hit on a punt or something. They must muff it.
Matthew Hawk. That's just a really nice kick.
Yeah, he's done a good job on those punts, gotten better and better and worked hard at it. Wasn't real confident early, but he's starting to get where he's figuring it out. We could help him if we just didn't punt as much. Good break on the football. I believe that's.
Almost had the interception
Yeah, it was
there.
Mikael Sanders. Out right now. He should be back for too
I
long.
think this is a strip sack, isn't it, or a safety sack?
It's a safety here.
Flush him out. Two
Good
kids
job.
come together. You were coming back. You were down in that game, I think, 13-0.
Yeah, it was 26-19 at half, something like that.
Right, and you came back and you actually took the lead in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, we made a few mistakes there in the second half. Special teams let them run one back for a touchdown. Had a punt. Did a good job, but we were lined up all sides.
But you saw something in that game that your guys were not going to. They fell behind by 2 touchdowns, and they just kind of shrugged it off and came back and.
Yeah, that's a good sign early. And this group, they, like I say, they bought in.
They wound up losing the game, but they they,
Show some fight.
It's a habit that you don't want to continue slow starts.
That's right.
But the fight was there anyway,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. This is Trevor getting under center and taking snap, quarterback sneak, touchdown.
While we're continuing to watch the highlights, we'll watch them as long as we can. What does Lakeview Centennial do?
Well, they get, like I said, they got a really good running back, runs the ball hard. Their O-line's big. Really offensively remind us a lot of John Tyler. Just the kind of kids they got. They got a big old receiver on the outside, 6'5" guy, kind of like the bendy guy for John Tyler. And so they're going to be a challenge for us defensively. We got to tackle well in space.
More of a running team than a throwing team?
Yeah, I say that. They're probably 60-40, something like that. But they do run the ball, run it well. O-lines, just gets on guys, and those skill kids make something happen. Running back, just tenacious runner, runs hard. Like I say, they got that big receiver. Then they got 2 and 6 inside that are quicker than cats, and they'll be a challenge to tackle in space. Defensively, secondary breaks on the ball well. They got some really good athletes out there. Their D-line. Some of them got good size. Some of them are smaller guys, but the smaller guys just get after it and go, 100 miles an hour. So we're going to have to keep our heads up and hang on football.
Here's Matthew Hawk with a field goal. He's done a nice job for you this year.
I think he had 2 or 3 the other night against Rowlett. So he's getting better. Protection's getting better on it. Still had, I think, a bad snap the other night against Rowlett on the key extra point there at the end. Those got to be automatic.
Zach with a touchdown run, zone read there. And again, Lufkin would go on to win that football game, but after that, you come home and you play John Tyler. You win that ball game, fall behind 17-3 at the half, rally and win that game. What did that do for you?
Well, it gave us confidence that we can come from behind against a good football team, because JT's a really good team, which carried over into the Saxe week and carried over into the Rowlett week, except for the fact we didn't make the stop on that last drive, but we did go down and take the lead with 3 minutes to go. So the kids, have learned that we can come back and we can score. Now we got to learn how to make tackles in open field and secure those victories when we get the chance at them.
What would it be like to actually play from ahead early in the game?
Well, I think it'd be pretty good.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
If it's a big lead, those close ones you're not going to relax anyways. And the way offenses are nowadays, I don't know if there is a lead that's safe. Guys can score so quick, and you got all those athletes out there in space. But if we'll just come out and play 4 quarters, then I think I like our chances.
We've got about a minute left. I mean, can you pinpoint a reason why the kids are had the slow starts?
No, I think some of it's lack of confidence. It may be, heck, I'm not a big rah-rah guy in pregame, so maybe I got to start slobbering and biting heads off snails or something. But we try to monitor them in the locker room for the game and try to see their pulse. And it hasn't varied any. And even when we've had good starts, it hadn't varied any. So. It's hard to figure these teenagers out, but we're going to need to have it figured out by next Friday night.
You could do like Grant Taft and eat a worm or something.
Well,
like that.
I don't know. I may let one of the other guys eat a worm. I may just get the worm for them.
Just save that for save that for a playoff game.
That's right.
How about that?
No, we've got some things we're going to try. So we got to get it figured out and get it fixed.
All right. On the road this week, the Red Raiders again playing Lakeview Centennial. It's Friday night back at the same stadium where they played Rowlett 2 weeks ago, Homer Johnson Stadium off Centerville Road in Garland. A 7:30 kickoff Friday night. District 11 6A play continues. And good luck to the Red Raiders. They need and deserve your support at the game. Look forward to seeing a big crowd at Homer Johnson Stadium. For Coach Piske and the Red Raiders, thanks for joining us.